on the last video.
Ah, it's awful, and then it just regenerates after X number of turns?
The adventure continues.
Everything, whatever you do, wherever you go. Yeah, the pebble. Okay. So, those are some interesting abnormality cards.
예술은 술과 떼놓을 수 없는 거.
Let me get into my nutsack personality here. Hey, did you know that art is inseparable from alcohol?
그렇지. 예술은 번뜩임이라고들 하더라고.
Oh yeah, I heard that. They say art is all about flashes of inspiration, right?
꽤 저랑 통하는 게 있네요.
You know, maybe we're on the same page after all.
아, 이건 또 새로운 술이네. absinthe?
Oh, you brought a different booze this time? Absinthe?
이게 또 예술과 뗄래야 뗄 수 없는 그런 술이라고 하더라고요.
This is the liquor with a legacy that's so deeply tied to art, it's almost legendary.
맡은 분야가 예술인 만큼 일을 더 잘하기 위해서는 이 정도의 자극은 필요하죠.
Since I'm in charge of the arts, I could use some stimulation to work like a real artist.
이거 꽤 독한데? 그래도 매력적이야.
This one's pretty strong, but it's charming nonetheless.
근데 우리 저번처럼 엔젤라한테 벌 받으면 어떡하냐?
What if Angela scolds us like last time, though?
그건 그때 가서 생각하자고요.
We can worry about that later, man.
좋지. 그리고 말 편하게 해도 돼.
Works for me. By the way, I thought I'd mention there's no need to worry about courtesy and stuff with me.
당신에게는 이렇게 말하는 게 제일 편해요.
I'd say it's more comfortable for me to go with courtesy.
편하실 대로.
Well, alright then.
봐요. 이 초록색 빛의 술. 도시의 예술도 이 술과 같아요.
Look at this glowing green liquor. It's just like the arts of this city.
자극적일 뿐인 모방. 모방의 모방인 거죠.
Imitations that are provocative, but nothing else. Imitations of imitations, in fact.
오히려 원본이라는 것에 의미가 있는지 모르겠어요. 저도 결국 무언가의 모방일 테니까요.
Though I don't really see any point in being original, either. I'm likely someone or something else's imitation, too.
애초에 도시에서 원본이니 예술이니 의미가 있을지 모르겠다.
As if stuff like originality or arts even matters in the city in the first place.
예술가라 칭하는 놈들은 죄다 또라이들이야.
All those self-proclaimed artists are nutcases.
기존보다 강한 자극이 들어오면 예술이라고 착각하는 것 같아. 내가 이 술을 예술이라 느끼는 것처럼.
They seem to be mistaking any stimulation that's stronger than usual for art. It's just like how I'm praising this drink as a work of art.
그렇다면 피아니스트는 얼마나 강한 자극이었을까요?
The pianist must have seen one hell of a stimulation then.
회색 도시의 권태를 깨운 소름 끼칠 만큼 아름다운 음악이었다던데.
I heard that its music was a hair-raising masterpiece that awoke this gray city from its ennui.
글쎄, 확실한 건 여태껏 없던 강렬한 자극이었던 것이지.
Well, the intensity was unprecedented, that's for sure.
아직도 몇몇은 그 지독한 술에 숙취해서 헤어나오지 못하고 있고.
And some are still hungover from that performance, like they were slammed with a real strong booze.
당신은요?
And how about you?
나도 아직 그 숙취 절여져 있는 상태이려나.
I must be one of them, I suppose?
듣도 보도 못했거든.
I never heard that kind of music before.
근데 보기보다 예술이 마음에 드나 봐.
I guess you've taken a liking to arts, seeing as you're talking about all this.
그러게요. 만약 다른 삶을 살 수 있었다면 전 그림을 그리고 살지 않았을까 싶어요.
True. If I could have chose to live a different life, I might have been a painter or something.
그림이라.
Painter, huh?
감정을 마음껏 소리내지 않고 조용히 쏟아낼 수 있잖아요.
I'd be able to quietly express all my emotions on the painting.
그저 그렇게 만족하며 살 수 있었을지도 몰라요.
Maybe I could have lived a humble life, just like that.
그런 내 자아가 어쩌다 인류의 치료라는 거창한 일에 발을 담그게 됐을까?
And how'd a modest man like yourself end up getting involved in something as grandiose as curing humanity?
그러게요. 저도 모르겠어요. 어떤 사람에게 힘이 되어주고 싶었나 봐요.
It really is a mystery. I'm not even sure. I think I wanted to be of help to somebody.
어떤 사람? 반해버린 첫사랑 그런 걸까나?
Oh, a someone? Perhaps your first love?
사랑이었을까요? 그렇다 해도 이루어지지 못했을 사랑이었겠죠.
Was it love, really? Even if it were, it wouldn't have worked out anyway.
그래도 희망을 붙잡고 있었어요. 저로 인해 무언가 나아질 수 있다고.
But I was still holding on to the hope that I could make something better.
내가 내 삶을 놓으면 누군가 더 큰 희망을 줄 수 있다고.
That if I let go of my life, I could bring a bigger hope to someone else.
그래서 연구에 발을 디뎠고 엔젤라에게 반대했죠.
That's why I participated in the research. It's also why I stood against Angela.
슬슬 이 교착 상태를 끝내도 되지 않겠어?
Isn't it about time we ended this stalemate?
나을째야. 이 이상 시간을 끈다면 너희 모두를 바로 처분할 수밖에 없어.
We're at the dawn of the fourth day. If you are to drag on any further, I'll be left with no choice but to terminate all of you instantly.
난 찬성이야. 어차피 이대로는 승산도 없어.
I'm with you on this one. We're never really going to beat you at this rate.
이런 어정쩡한 단풍이 빛을 완성하자고 칼을 휘둘러 온 게 아니야.
I didn't fight to spread only a meager half of the light.
개구라, 어떻게 저 말에 찬성할 수 있어? 모든 것을 잃을 수도 있다고.
Gabra, how could you agree with her? We might lose everything.
나도 찬성할게. 에녹의 죽음은 이렇게 어중간한 의미를 가지면 안 돼.
I'm with Angela too. Enoch's death deserves a better meaning than this half-baked light.
전 모든 것을 잃을 수 있는 도박을 하지 않습니다.
I am not willing to gamble with everything we've worked for.
엔젤라, 네 말대로면 지금까지 이곳에서 죽어간 직원들도 되살아날 수 있다는 거야?
Say, Angela, if what you're saying is true, does that mean that the employees who died in this place can come back as well?
그래. 너희와 직원들은 새로운 몸을 얻고 깨어나게 되지.
Indeed. You and your employees will wake up with brand new bodies.
그렇다 해도 우리와 직원들이 겪은 고통이 잊혀지는 건 아니야.
That doesn't erase all the pain we and the employees went through.
우리들의 노력도.
And all our hard work, too.
이 거래가 성사된다고 하더라도 잠시 결과물을 유보시킬 뿐이다.
Even if this deal were to be put through, it will only delay the inevitable.
네가 우리를 또다시 배신하지 않을까 어떻게 믿지?
How can we trust you not to betray us yet again?
배신? 웃기지도 않아.
Betray? Don't be absurd.
우리가 예전에 한 번이라도 이 빛을 어떻게 할지에 대해서 사이좋게 약속이라도 한 적이 있었나?
Have we ever once gathered around a table calmly discussing what we should even do with this light?
없었지. 그러니 이번에 약속을 하게 된다면 지키도록 할게.
We haven't. I'll be sure to make this promise, though.
너희들의 입장에서나 내 입장에서나 온전한 빛이 필요해.
Both you and I require the light in its whole, albeit for different reasons.
난 지금 당장이라도 이 빛을 사용할 수 있지만 가능하다면 온전한 빛을 원하거든.
I could use up this residue of light left for me right now, but I'd much prefer to have all of it.
더 살아가고 싶어. 너희는 이대로 죽을지 어떨지는 몰라도 난 살고 싶어.
So I'd like to live more. I don't care if you want to die or not. I want to live my own life.
그리고 알아가고 싶어. 세상과 도시를 알아가고 싶어.
And I'd like to learn more about the city and about this world that I live in.
엔젤라,
Angela,
빛을 다시 온전히 회수하게 될 때,
once we've reclaimed all of the light,
그때가 되면 너희들 의지대로 나를 심판해도 좋아.
you are free to lay judgment upon me when that time comes.
물론 나도 다시 맞서겠지만
Though I won't sit back, of course.
내 거래의 제한은 여기까지야.
That is all I have to offer.
반대 의견이 없다면 진행하도록 할게.
If no one else objects, I'll proceed with it right away.
난 또다시 파수꾼이 되어 널 지켜볼 거다.
I shall become a sentinel once more and watch your every action.
보아하니 의견은 취합된 것 같구나.
It appears we have all come to an agreement.
나도 이대로 끝낼 생각은 없으니 걱정하지 마.
Don't worry. I have no plans to let this be the end.
삶이 다시 한번 너희를 부를 테니 잠시 눈 감아둬.
Life will call out to you once again. So take a nap until then.
쉽게 죽고 싶다고 입에 담는 사람들은 전부 거짓말하는 거예요.
Whoever says out loud they want to die is lying.
누구보다 살고 싶어서 오히려 죽고 싶다고 말해버리는 거죠.
They actually want to live, more than anyone. So they express that urge in one way or another.
하지만 정말 죽을 수 있는 사람은 누구보다 조용하게 사라져버려요.
On the other hand, when someone is genuinely willing to die, they end up disappearing, silently.
엔젤라가 살고 싶다고 말했을 때 느꼈어요.
When Angela said she wanted to live, I felt something within me.
저도 살고 싶다고.
That I wanted to live too.
죽고 싶은 사람 어디 있겠냐?
No one really wants to die, man.
죽기 직전에 다들 후회하는 것 같더라고.
They'll seem to regret it moments before death.
뭐 대부분 그때쯤이면 돌이키지 못하지만.
Well, it's usually too late for them by the time they realize that. Sorry about that, guys. Knock at the door.
잘하시네요.
You seem, well versed in that kind of stuff.
직업 성격상 그런 일을 몇 번 봐왔단 말이지.
You get to see all kinds of people when you work as a fixer.
살고 싶다는 절박함을 보았을 때
When I saw that desperation to live,
제가 로보토미에서 지키지 못했던 많은 직원들의 죽음이 스쳐갔어요.
I was reminded of the many employees who died right in front of my eyes back in Lobotomy Corp.
인류를 구하고자 한다면서 당장 눈앞에 있는 사람은 구하지 못하는 게 아이러니예요.
It's ironic how we were trying to save humanity yet couldn't save the people right next to us.
그리고 생각하게 되더라고요. 만약 제가 앞으로 더 살아갈 수 있다면 무엇을 하고 싶을까 하는 생각을요.
That's when I thought, if I could live more, what would I want to do?
좋은 생각이지. 다음을 생각한다는 거.
It's a good idea to think about your next move, yeah.
롤랑은 어때요? 이곳에서 자유로워지면 다시 해결사 일을 하나요?
How about you, Roland? Are you gonna go back to being a fixer once you're free?
뭐 그건 차차 생각해봐야지. 아직 난 갈 길이 멀었으니.
Well, I'll have to think more on that. I still have a long way to go.
서로 힘내보자고.
Let's give it our best shot.
자, 우선은 건배.
Alright, here's to us.
좋네요. 건배.
I can toast to that, alright. Here's to us. Thank you. I'm glad that, like, they're actually going into that right there, because it's really not, like... It's not, like, an evil thing to want that. Like, you know what I mean? You imagine it from fucking Angela's perspective, where... For a million years, a million-year-old AI forced to see the same cycle of life and death over and over and over again. And her only fucking desire that she's telling her co-workers is just simply, I want to live my own life. How can you say that that's wrong? Selfish, absolutely, but how can you say that that's wrong? It's not. So we're going to cut out right here, and then we'll move into the next episode from Urban Plague, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally here. So I will see you then. These are going to be some lengthy-ass episodes, but there's a lot of plot-heavy shit. So I will see you guys then, and take it easy. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are going to open the Urban Plague. The minute that I click back into this window, it's going to move forward. So I just have the OBS window open here, but here we go. He says I don't have a disease.
셀마,
Okay.
내 덕분에 남부지부장 자리를 지켰으니 은혜를 갚아야 하지 않겠어?
This is She Association? I can't tell what that letter is in the middle. Thelma, dear, it's all thanks to me that you could keep your position as head of the Southern Branch, so maybe you could return some of that favor, no?
알아. 그런 거래였지.
I know, that was the deal.
이번에는 무엇을 원하나?
What do you want this time?
너희 애들로 이 목록에 적은 것들을 처리해줘. 곧 찾아낼 수 있을 것 같아서 말이야.
I want your crew to take care of some of the things on this list. I think I might be able to locate it soon enough.
하나같이 미친 의리들 뿐이군.
These are all ridiculous requests.
뭐 그래도 이런 일이라면.
Well, though we do have the right team for this.
이과가 제격이지 않겠어?
Let me guess. Section 2?
맞아.
그렇지?
Yes.
난 언제나 셀마를 배려하고 있다고.
See? I'm a very considerate person, Thelma.
하나협회가 도시 질병으로 지정한 도서관도 목록에 있군.
The library is on the list as well, now appointed as an urban plague by the Hana Association.
도서관은 내가 눈여겨보고 있는 건이거든.
That's one I'm particularly interested in, actually.
롤랑,
Roland. Yeah, huh?
네 말대로면 앞으로 조직과 날개의 손님을 대접하기 위한 준비를 더 확실히 해야 한다는 거네.
If your estimation is correct, we'll have to thoroughly prepare ourselves for guests from major syndicates, and even wings from now on, right?
여기서 겪은 일 중 세 번째로 놀랐던 일이
That was the third most surprising thing to happen to me here.
또 무슨 헛소리를 하려고.
What nonsense are you going on about this time?
롤랑이라고 불렀잖아.
You just called me Roland.
네 이름이
I just
롤랑.
realized that, yeah. Because that is your name.
아니, 그렇긴 한데. 지금까지 한 번도 이름으로 부른 적 없잖아.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you've never referred to me with my name before.
너에 대한 신뢰도가 올랐고 우호 관계를 위해 보다 친밀하게 불러봤어. 문제라도?
My level of trust for you has increased, and I wanted to reinforce our amity, so I tried referring to you in a relatively more intimate terms. Is there a problem?
에헤, 재미없네.
Ah, come on, that's a boring answer.
그래도 친밀하게 부른다라. 옛날 가족 생각이 나네.
It's been a long time since anyone called me by my name, still. The last time I heard that was from my family, I guess.
할머니는 예전에 사라졌다면서.
Didn't you say your grandma disappeared long ago?
아, 난 아내가 있었거든.
Oh, I had a wife, you see.
신기하네.
That's intriguing.
하하, 나 같은 것도 결혼했다는 게 신기한 건 아니지? 인간의 비효율적인 결혼이라는 행위가 신기한 거지?
You're not intrigued by the fact that someone like me managed to get married, right? You're intrigued by the whole concept of this inefficient practice among humans known as marriage, yeah?
이야기해줘.
Please tell me more about your marriage.
참고로 무겁기만 하고 시시한 이야기야. 별로 듣고 싶지 않을걸?
Just a heads up, it's an overall banal story with some sad moments. I don't think you'll really like it.
누군가의 새로운 이야기는 환영이니까.
I'm always open for new stories of others,
자기 이야기는 제대로 안 해주면서 말이지.
says the one who won't even tell me a story of her own life.
내 이야기는 지긋지긋해서 도저히 내 입으로 말하고 싶지 않아.
I can't bring myself to recount that story ever again. I'm simply too sick of it.
쳇바퀴같이 반복했던 지루한 1만 년의 이야기야.
It's a boring and trifling story, that looped over and over again for 10 millennia. Oh god, even more than a fucking million years, Jesus Christ. No, wait a minute. A millennium is 1,000, so no. Not even a million years, so I don't know if the numbers were wrong or if I wasn't paying attention.
같은 책을 100만 년 동안 본다면 너라도 마찬가지일까?
No, she says it right there, a million years. That sounds inaccurate. I'm gonna pull my phone out here if you give me a moment. Yeah, 1,000 years is a millennium, so millennia being plural for it, they didn't... somebody didn't carry a zero somewhere in there. They missed a couple of fucking decimal points. Anyway, yeah. Imagine reading the same book for 1 million years. You'll surely grow to resent it. Very true.
지루한 책을 5번만 읽어도 넥타이로 내 목을 졸랐겠지.
I'd have choked myself out by the tie round the 5th time I'd be forced to read a boring book.
뭐, 난 미친 듯이 일만 했어. 딱히 할 것도 없더라고.
Well, anyway, I used to work my ass off. Had nothing better to do.
자란 환경 때문인지 몰라도 해결사 일이 꽤 잘 맞았어. 정신없이 일로 시간을 보내다가 꽤 괜찮은 곳에 집도 구하고 흔히 말하는 영혼의 단짝이라는 사람도 만났지.
I wasn't a bad fit for fixer work, coming from a rough background and all. As I kept working like a busy bee, I got a house in a decent spot and met a so-called soulmate.
어찌나 기가 세던지. 그 사람의 등을 바라보고 있으면 내 집을 구했을 땐 느끼지 못한 보금자리를 찾은 것 같았거든.
She was such a tough woman. When I looked at her back, I felt comfort of finding a place to belong to. Something I couldn't feel, even when I bought my house.
그 녀석 눈에 좀 띄어보려고 얼마나 많은 시도를 했는지 몰라.
I made so many attempts to try and catch her attention.
아, 너무 길게 말하고 있나?
Oh, am I dragging on too long?
됐어. 계속해.
It's fine. Please continue.
그래도 일이 일인지라 말을 붙일 기회가 많았거든.
I did get a bunch of opportunities to see her, since we were in the same industry.
참고로 내 아내는 꽤 높은 등급의 해결사였어. 괜히 듬직하다고 한 게 아니야.
My wife was a pretty highly graded fixer, by the way. She was dependable for a reason.
아무튼 정말 많은 우여곡절 끝에 난 그녀와 결혼을 했어.
Anyway, countless ups and downs later, we tied the knot.
간단하게 말했지만 정말 마음고생 심했다고.
I put it simply here, but the heartache I felt in those twists and turns was real, you know?
서로 악착같이 벌어둔 돈은 있으니 피와 살점이 난무하는 해결사 일을 내려놓고 평온한 날을 보내기로 했지.
Both of us had piled up a hefty amount of money from working like dogs, so we decided to quit being fixers for a while and spend a peaceful time together.
조금 진부한 표현이지만 그 뒤로는 정말 행복했어. 내 삶은 늘 혼자였는데 유일하게 마음을 기댈 수 있는 사람이 생겼으니까.
This part is kinda corny, but happy is the only word to describe how I felt, really. I was alone my entire life, and finally had someone to rely on.
서로의 고민이라곤 점심에 어떤 음식을 먹고 저녁엔 어디로 산책을 하러 갈까. 아이에게는 어떤 이름을 붙여주는 게 좋을까 정도밖에 없었지.
All we had to worry about was what to have for lunch, where to take a stroll in the evening, what to name our child, and stuff.
그런데 어느 날 친구로부터 급한 연락이 와서 잠시 멀리 떠나게 됐어.
Then one day, I got an urgent call from a friend asking me to do a request far away from home.
여기서부터 슬슬 느낌이 올 거야.
You can probably guess where this is going now.
별로 큰 일도 아니었고 보수도 괜찮아서 다녀오겠다고 했지. 아내도 흔쾌히 허락해줬고.
The job wasn't a huge deal, and the pay was alright, so I decided to take it. The lady who lived with me said okay too.
아내는 파전을 정말 좋아했어. 내가 파견된 곳은 파전이 유명했는데 배웅해줄 때도 파전 생각에 친구인 게 보이더라니까.
I was dispatched to a district famous for pajian. I'm gonna just pronounce it that way, which was my wife's favorite food. I could almost see her mouth water with the thought of eating it when she sent me off.
난 그 기대에 부응하기 위해 거금 들여 유사의 현상 보존 포장 상자까지 사서 따끈한 파전을 고이 들고 돌아왔지.
To live up to my better half's expectations, I purchased a stasis preservation box from U-Corp to present her with a warm Pagion that's straight from the kitchen.
그런데 와보니 내가 살던 구역에 큰 사고가 발생했더라.
But a huge incident occurred in my home. God damn it.
아내와 뱃속의 아이는
You done, Roland?
죽었어.
No. Yeah. But a huge incident occurred in my home district while I was away. The house collapsed, and my wife died along with our child she was still pregnant with.
난 한동안 펑펑 울며 세상과 도시를 저주했지.
I cried for a long while, cursing this world and the city.
왜 내가 기껏 발버둥 쳐서 얻은 행복은 이렇게 쉽게 내 손에서 빠져나가는 것이냐고.
I writhed and struggled trying to earn this happiness. So why does it have to slip out of my hands so easily?
자, 이야기 끝.
Well, alright. That's the end of my story.
이런 일은 도시에서 누구나 겪기 마련이야.
This kind of stuff can happen to anyone in the city.
견딜 수 있느냐, 없느냐일 뿐.
It's only a matter of endurance.
넌 견딜 수 있었고?
And you could endure that trial.
내 나름대로 매듭 지으려는 중이지.
Let's just say I'm trying to settle it on my own terms.
두 번째로 놀랐던 일은 뭐야?
What was the second most surprising thing for you, by the way?
어? 아, 여기 일이 생각보다 잘 맞았다는 거? 가장 놀랐던 일은 나중에 알려줄 거야. 전부 알려주면 재미없잖아.
Oh, that working here suits me better than better than I thought, I guess? I'm saving the biggest surprise for last. It's no fun to spoil everything at once, is it?
어려나 실까? 나머지 책 정리는 부탁해둘게.
Fine then. I'll leave you with sorting the rest of the books. I'm a little upset that there is no Tifrith floor. What do we need from these right now? This is Book of Distortion and Zwei Volume 2. This is a Gyeongmi. This is also Gyeongmi. Wait, no, I'm not on that side anymore. What the fuck? What was that shit? No, we're good, we're good, we're good. Wait, why is it defaulting me over there? What are you doing, game? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, Walter, and then fucking... yeah. Alright, cool. We're good. Now, let's back the fuck up. And then what's this last one? Probably Olga? Yeah, Olga and Molar Office. Alright, cool. There we go. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up the session today, guys, and we'll jump back into Urban Plague at a later date. I think I still want to go ahead and grab a couple more cards for people, though, and I might be doing a little bit of grind off camera to get another Walter page or two would be fucking phenomenal. But then again, I got like 3 fixers, though, now. Fixers, yes. I have 3 people in each area right now, which is nice. And I have 2 Walters and an Olga and a Mars, so I really only need like 1 more Walter would be nice. But yeah, so I think that'll be it, and we will go back into this at a later date, like I said, so I will see you guys then. Take it easy. On a random tangent here, I just wanted to end on a closing note here, guys, also to give myself an outro to work with, so let's see if I can time this perfectly to a minute, huh? Anyway, no, I just wanted to say that I really enjoyed this little exchange right here between Angela and Roland. It's just interesting to see her character, of all characters, just slowly open up towards somebody. Like, I don't know. I'm wondering what's going to unfold later on with this, though, but the direction that it's going is interesting for me. Just seeing fucking, again, Angela just opening up to another individual, because like, you haven't seen that with the other Saphira. As far as I'm concerned, I've never even seen anything like that. Like, she's always considered herself something completely separate from them. And I don't know, like, it's interesting seeing this exchange with Angela and Roland. It's nothing that we've ever really seen up to this point, so. Anyway, just to keep the memes rolling and such. There's a pun there that I just thought about. Anyway, Angela likes Brad. That is all.